Welcome to the Smart Couple podcast and show, broadcasting live here from Boulder, Colorado. Ask Me Anything episode. So this is where you get to ask me a question. It's usually emailed in ahead of time. I answer that question, and then at the end of that question, you can ask related questions if you want. And we're here for 10 to 15 minutes usually. It's just kind of laser feedback on your situation. So I want to start by with this question from Erica. Okay, it's a good one on supporting each other and when one partner is really over supporting someone. What does that look like? You know, what do we do when you feel like you're the one supporting a lot or that needs a lot and your partner's supporting you a lot? So we're going to get into that. Okay. I just want to quickly announce that June 8th is a free 2-part web series, and that's on, it's like a relationship school teaser class intro course that's free for anyone. Okay. And we're going to talk about the 7 fundamentals of how you really dominate your relationship life in a good way, good, strong way. Okay. 2 web classes. One next Thursday, and then the other one June 15th, the following Thursday. Okay, so be there if you can, jasongaddis.com/summer, right? Now, in the meantime, I encourage you guys to join the Relationship School Roots community. We have a group call today, and we do a much longer, deeper dive, and I talk about stuff from my own life, wins and losses from my own marriage, etc. So I want you to join that community. If you want to get more than just these 5-10 minute little hits. Okay. Moving stuff off my screen. All right, let's do it. Erica's got a question here. Basically, let me read the backstory and then we're going to kind of drill down into her question. All right. My question relates to pulling away and dealing with a partner's emotions and stress. Over the past 8 months, I've been under a lot of stress and I go through times of depression and anxiety. I tend to mainly lean on my partner for emotional support, and he has spent hours upon hours talking me through my sadness and breathing with me through anxiety attacks. That's pretty cool. You know, seems like you have so far what we're seeing is a decent relationship here. This is what we do for each other in a partnership, right? Often it is about the same issues, and he is never tired of being supportive. Just the other day, however, he opened up to me about how he internalizes my stresses and he thinks it has led him to become physically sick. Okay, that might really be true there. He doesn't feel like his emotions are heard and it is Team Erica rather than Team Us. That's an important distinction that he's making. He has asked for 10 days off from our relationship so he can focus on his own health and emotions, and for me to prove to him that I can deal with my emotions on my own. I am hurt in him asking for so much time apart, but I am trying to understand why he needs it. I'm a fighter and he's a flighter, so he tends to seclude himself to deal with stress. I prefer to talk about it. Okay, this is an interesting dynamic here. I don't want to stop verbalizing my emotions to my partner, but I also want to respect his boundaries. I can't help but feel selfish and regretful for putting so much extra stress on him. I'm looking for some advice in dealing with a partner's emotions during high stress and emotional times so that we can be both fulfilled. All right. I really like this, Erica. I'm appreciating the, the honesty here and the dynamic. I mean, if we got his take, he might, just check it out. Like, does it sound like she's accurately portraying this? It sounds pretty accurate. If we were to interview him, he might add a few layers, but notice how she's not blaming him. She's not, saying, hey, he needs to support me. What's up with him? She is saying what's up with him, but it's said in a way that's kind of includes the possibility that he's really drained and tired over there. So I like the ownership here. All right. I think his statement says everything. It feels like Team You versus Team Us. And he's burnt out on supporting you. Now, I'm going to guess your guy has a history and a childhood history of helping an alcoholic parent or a sibling who's depressed or someone in his life, he became the helper. Now he has 3 jobs and he's supporting you guys, somewhat financially. It sounds like, and he's supporting you emotionally. So this is a guy who's doing a lot. Very cool. And I'm guessing he's in an old pattern of his from his childhood, which is why he can't sustain it. So this is feedback for your guy. Dude, you got to learn how to help her in a way that works for you and your integrity now as an adult. And you've got to start taking better care of yourself and setting limits and allowing Erica to get support outside the relationship also, right? It's one thing to have our best friend in our life, which is our partner, support us through a really intense anxiety attack or depression or a period of time where we're really struggling. That's awesome. Okay, we all want to do that for each other. And if he's your sole support and that's all you have, and if he goes away and you don't have a friend or a community to also support you, or even paid help like a therapist or a coach, you're going to burn him out. Okay, if you're the partner who's down and struggling more of the time, your partner will just straight up get burnt out eventually. So it's got to be balanced. You need to emotionally support him. It's got to be reciprocated eventually, or it's a really one-sided deal here. So there's a couple dynamics going on. That's one of them. The other dynamic is that you feel hurt that he's set a boundary here. Again, makes total sense. But he's trying right now to take care of himself. I don't know that the relationship is over here. He just needs a break. He's probably been going his whole life in this habit. So you got to not take this personally and think about the bigger picture that your guy has been in a pattern for most of his life about over helping. And we know we're over helping when we get burnt out and we reach our limit. That's when the feedback is evident, and he's going to hit a wall and crash and burn, and your relationship's going to be challenged. So proactively, you guys have to take better care of yourselves in the future so that you don't reach the threshold and blow out. And that seems to be what's happened here. So that's feedback for him. Feedback for you, again, is you got to get resourced outside the relationship, and so that it's not all on him. And so you haven't said anything about that you are resourced outside the relationship. Maybe you are seeing a therapist or a coach or someone, or you have close friends who you lean on. And then, so that's one thing, okay? Do that. Another thing is, it doesn't sound like you're getting to the bottom of your issues. If it feels like you said, he spent hours and hours talking me through anxiety attacks and sadness, and often it's about the same issues. So whenever we have a repeat issue in our life that kind of just goes on and on, eventually it does become a broken record, and our friends and family members and our partner gets tired of hearing about it. They just do. We all have our limits. And so it's like, what are you really doing to address the real issue here, the root of the real issue? What are you doing to kind of break through this? And are you investing time, money, and energy into the breakthrough, not you just sort of staying stuck in your victim seat and maybe complaining a lot or venting a lot, but actually transforming yourself and changing the issue entirely? And that requires a really skilled practitioner usually, not our partner, maybe a skilled practice or very specific targeted practice to help you work through this. And that could be at a workshop, someone you like and respect, but I would be trying to get to the bottom of this issue, okay? And then, Erica, you're normal. We all struggle and we all kind of go in loops until we get tired of it. And usually we burn other people out before we burn ourselves out. And then we're willing to do something completely different here. So that's what I got for you. Yeah, I would validate his feelings. That's the other thing. I'd say, honey, I really, makes sense that you are taking a break. It makes sense that you're kind of burnt out on hearing about me. It makes sense that you want space for me. Totally. I understand that. Thank you for taking care of yourself so that maybe you can come back and actually be there for me down the road. Yeah. So, and if you lose this guy, again, it's good feedback for you, right? It's not about being too much. It's just like, I got to find a better way to utilize my partner that feels reciprocal. And again, part of this is on him. Okay, I'm not just pointing the finger at you. He's overstepped his helper bounds here. He's enabled you to continue to go to him. We want to train our partner that you can come to me. I'm a huge support for you, and also you got to get support elsewhere. Our partner just can't do it all. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thanks. Great hanging out with you guys. Like I said, join us next Thursday, June 8th, for a free 2-part web training. It's like a free intro class to the relationship school, and it's on the 7 fundamentals of having an outstanding relationship over time, right? So we'd love to see you there. Go to jasongaddis.com/summer. And then if you want to join the Relationship School Roots community, we have a private call today at 4, and there's amazing growth development oriented folks in there. And that's where you go to jasongaddis.com/roots to apply to jump in there. And that's you. It's a baby step towards you saying, okay, I'm serious. I care about relationships and I'm going to do something about it. See, you can't claim to want a good relationship and then continue to not do shit about it. It's not going to happen for you. So have a beautiful rest of your day, morning, evening, and we will talk very soon.